Yo, what up, everybody? Brother Mark coming at you once again. I know it's been a minute, and I apologize for that, but I'll be on more on the regular in the short time. Meanwhile, I got a quick gripe that I gotta spew out, and it's not going to take much longer than this song. You know, with all due respect, let me preface what I'm about to say by saying this. You know, I know Brett Favre is an all-time great quarterback. He's an eventual Hall of Famer, surefire Hall of Famer, first ballot, whatever you want to call it. And he's one of the all-time greats. Nobody's disputing that. But let me just say this. I am getting so sick and tired of the ESPN apologists, and you have one in particular on NFL Network and Jamie Pom-Pom waving Dukes, who give all these glorifications to Brett Favre, and me personally, I'm like this. You know what? Again, he's a Hall of Famer, but let's qualify it. You know, he's the all-time leader in touchdown passes. Yeah, he's the winningest quarterback of all time. That's what his apologists will tell you, and that's all well and good. But when I think of the all-time great quarterbacks, I think of a signature play, a signature moment in their careers. John Elway, The Drive, 98 yards. Jim Kelly, 4 Super Bowls, 4 straight Super Bowls. He didn't win them, but he took his team 4 straight. Dan Marino, 48 touchdown passes, 5,000 yards. You know, Johnny Unitas, the creator of the 2-minute drill. Joe Montana, 4 Super Bowl rings, the architect of the West Coast offense. You think of signature plays, signature moments with these all-time great quarterbacks. When I think of Brett Favre, I think of interceptions, boneheaded plays in the playoffs that cost his team games. Now, he's won a Super Bowl, and you got to give him his props for that, which I do. But listen to these cats on ESPN, listen to a couple of my colleagues, such as Jeff, you would think this guy has won 20 Super Bowls. He's won 1 Super Bowl his career. 1. And that's why I got to give it a big up to the Two Live Stews, who I don't agree with everything they say, but on this particular subject, I'm down with them 1,000%. Because these cats on ESPN and cats across the board, man, they give Brett Favre all of this, like this glory, like he is the single greatest player of all time. And I'm sorry, I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't know what makes him think that. I don't know. I mean, is it because he's like your typical All-American guy who made good? I don't know what it is, but there's definitely a glorification, or overwhelming glorification of Brett Favre, particularly on ESPN and by Jamie Dukes on NFL Network. And again, I'm stressing the fact that I do think he's a Hall of Fame player. I think he's an all-time great. But the way they talk about this dude, you would think he is the greatest player ever. Better than Jim Brown, better than Lawrence Taylor, better than Joe Montana, Unitas, you name it. The way they talk about this guy, Chris Berman and John Madden, forget about it. I think these two guys go to sleep drooling about Brett Favre, thinking about him as they go to sleep at night. Again, great player, but my thing is, you know, I don't understand it. You know, he's on the Jets now, and you can see clearly he's not what he was in his heyday. And you find everybody blaming the Jets for Brett Favre throwing a league-high 11 interceptions. I'm not a Jet fan. Let me qualify that as well. Not a Jet fan. But I heard today on ESPN them talking about Mangini needs to cater more to Brett Favre as opposed to the other way around. Last time I looked, Favre was the player, Mangini was the coach. So again, all this Brett Favre pom-pom waving, you know, I understand he's great, and I understand we're in a different age with Sports Center and the highlight films and all of that, but let's not make this guy out to be the video game. You know, what you might be able to do with him on a video game, that's not how he gets down in real life. He throws touchdowns, but he throws a hell of a lot of interceptions. And so far as his all-time wins, let's qualify that. Dude played for years in the NFC Central, where you had an also-ran Tampa Bay team, you had a no-good Detroit Lions team. The Bears were horrible for a lot of those years that he played in that division. So it is what it is. And I don't want to sound like I'm demeaning the dude, because I'm really trying not to, but you just get overly tired watching the pregame shows, getting ready for your football games, and you hear these guys talking about Brett Favre like he's the god of professional football. He is not. Again, I stand by it. Jeff, that goes out to you too, buddy. You know, Brett Favre, he's great, but he's not what you're making him out to be. The dude is the all-time leader in interceptions as well as touchdowns. So far as I'm concerned, he's an upgraded version of Vinny Testaverde. Now, that being said, again, I have to give a shout out to the Two Live Stews because they're the only cast I see on television that's keeping it real when it comes to Brett Favre. So that being said, I'm going to say this. Peace out. Everybody, I'll get with you next time. Enjoy the games today. Brother Mark coming at you. 1.